All right, let's get a sound check. Anybody? Check, check, check. Testing, testing. Five by five, so it must be okay. Good to know. Good morning. Good morning, Tony. Good morning, everybody. Swadby Cup. Good deal. Good deal. Makes my life a lot easier. Today, we're just going to kind of freestyle it. I got some comments I wanted to read. Nothing real important. Good morning, Carl. Let's try to keep it a little light today. I don't want to get too serious. Yesterday I didn't stream. I tried to stay out of the news. And, you know, this has to do with one of the comments. It's not as easy as you think to be disconnected unless you're out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm not in the middle of nowhere yet. So, but as of right now, just a few minutes ago, the Thai baht, 29.86 to the dollar, high of 91, low of 77. It's 81 degrees, feels like 88. 10% chance of rain, 72% chance of humidity. Winds northeasterly, 6 miles an hour. Visibility 1.5 miles, and it's really a very hazy day here. At least in my neck of the woods, in my neighborhood, quite hazy. And let's see, who do we have working here? We have the manager working today, Mr. Ken, and we have Miss Tian, or Mrs. Tian, working. Aside from that, thank you very much. Thank you very much there, Mr. Tony. Let me start adding these comments here. Because we need to be able to see the comments so that I can back this up, and then we don't need the comments from YouTube on the side of the YouTube video box. You can just use this. These little, I do like this, where you can see the comments in and they're kind of small. Choke D, Mr. Tony, choke D for you. 30 Fahrenheit, and it looks like rain or snow and cloudy. As Soy Dog says, yo, B plus team. I call it the C team. Because if there's two of them, and they're both, you know, if it's Tien, Preo, or beer, then that's the A team. If there's only one of them, that's the C team. If none of them are there, then that's the D minus team. Yeah, I don't know where they are either. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We're not allowed to schedule them, so, you know, we get what we get. Comments. Hello, good morning, Henry. How you doing? The grades determines the grade. I'm surprised there's so many people here. Oh, shit. I forgot about this. Gotta make sure we have power, since this is a portable, what is it? Portable what? Portable show? Portable endeavor? Listen, Tuesday, or Monday, first of all, Monday, I won't be streaming because we're getting our roof fixed finally. Hopefully. The guy came yesterday, said he'll be coming on Monday, so I got to stick around. I got things to do. And he'll be fixing it. But on Tuesday, we have a very special guest. And if anybody asks me who it is, I'm just going to say no comment. It wouldn't be a special guest, or it wouldn't be a surprise or as special if I was to give you the information ahead of time. What's the point of having a surprise and something special if you tell all the details in the beginning? So just wait until Tuesday. We'll have a little something. I didn't know anybody was like completely. I know one guy, Carl, was asking about when am I going to drink tequila, and I said there will be a tequila evening stream forthcoming soon. But I didn't know that people were waiting for it. Like, when's it going to be? You guys want to see me get smashed again? Maybe tomorrow night. Since I won't stream on Monday, and I don't know if I'm going to stream tomorrow morning, I tend to have a little more fun if I'm not streaming every single day. If I do it every single day, it gets to be monotonous. And also if I'm not going places, which I'm not going to go anywhere for the next couple of days. I don't really have the money to be going out and doing things right now. And I'm waiting to see about Krabi and going down there. And when I can go on Monday, I'm going to call the train station and find out exactly what the deal is, because I read one thing, I hear another thing, and it's better just to call them. I could call them today, so maybe I will, but if I could take a train down there, then I got a couple things to take care of before I can do anything, so it may be a couple of weeks, but I do want to go down there. And so does my wife, and she's got some things to figure out, but it'll happen. It always happens. It just happens a little slower than I would like. So one of the comments that I read, the first comment, I'll just read this. This is, the guy writes, I prefer your streams from Starbucks. It is a more relaxing background for a discussion, whereas home reminds me of the lockdowns. Where do I go from there? I stream where I stream from. I don't have an office. And while Starbucks is nice, I think of it quite a bit different than what most people do. You just see me talking to you and everything's relaxed and, there's no problems or whatever. Joking around with the girls or whatever it may be. For me, I see things differently. I see me having to go out, and while it's not very far, I got to go out, and then I think to myself, is there anything I need to do while I'm out? Because what I like to do is get as many things done as possible when I'm out. So, do I need to go to the grocery? Do I need to, the other day I had to pick up a plug, an adapter. Little things like that. I'm always thinking of, do I need to go and do this? Where should I go? And then sometimes if I'm going out somewhere else besides Starbucks, I got to think about, is there traffic? What's today? Like this is a holiday right now. So that's why I didn't really, if things weren't going to happen in Chinatown yesterday, I was like, hey, they basically canceled the festivities. So I'm not going to go down there. And I also look at it like every time I go to Starbucks, I spend money that I may not spend elsewhere because I have good coffee at home. I have better coffee at home than I have here. And when I come here, I want to drink a coffee. I want to have a coffee or water. I got coffee and water. And I don't want to eat their food. You know what I mean? So there's a lot more to it, if you want to call that a lot. There's more to it than just, hey, I'm at home and it's so. And also for me, my home is relaxing, much more relaxing. Good morning, Johnny. Good morning. It's much more relaxing, at home than it is here. And the other thing that you guys don't seem to ever consider really is that there are people all around. They're constantly staring. They want to know, oh, what's this guy doing? And I'm kind of used to it. But sometimes it's like, you got some guy standing there hovering over you, smiling at you, and I want to go, dude, it's not that big of a deal. It's a phone, you know. So anyway, but I understand that this can be an environment that's conducive to discussion. Where's this other one that I saw earlier? I can find it. No, there is one about Filipinos. I still get lots of comments on the video I did years ago, comparing Thailand and Philippines as an expat destination. This lady writes, Laura Buchanan, I thought Filipinos were famed for their hospitality. Well, they are known as being very hospitable, but so are Thais. And then she writes, I guess not. I never said they're not hospitable. This is the thing. People take it as, because I choose Thailand over the Philippines, people take that as a slam on the Philippines. There are things I don't like about the Philippines, but there are things I don't like about Thailand. How hard is that to decipher? I guess if some girl can put glue in her hair instead of hairspray, I guess it must be pretty hard to decipher. Seriously. I mean, I guess some people just, they've only got so many neurons in their brain that go fire off at the same time. I did get a comment, and I thought about this, and this is true. One positive of Thailand is a streamlined and easy visit to immigration. That's very true. The last time I was in immigration, I was there for about 5 minutes, and I was out the door. And here's one that I thought was dead on, right on the mark. Celto Saxon writes, the reason so many marriages end in failure is because one or both parties have the wrong expectations going in. I think here that is extremely important. You got to get it right out there in the open. Hospitable where the hand is in your pocket, nothing for nothing in the PI. There is no comparison. It's as simple as that. And I've spent huge amounts of time in both. As you know, he's lived there. And one thing that I can say, if you want to do business in the PI, listen, doing business in Thailand is not easy. But doing business in the PI, you better have your shit together, man. And you better understand everything. Here, you might be able to get away with it if you got enough, you got a little bit of money. In the Philippines, man, you'll go broke. And this goes for large companies, not just for mom and pop type shops. Now, I do know a couple of foreigners who have businesses in the Philippines, and they've done very well over the years, and they are married to Filipinos. As I have over 10 years. What the hell's going on with this thing here? Famous for working abroad. All right, hang on one second, guys. listen, I like the Philippines, and I like Filipinos. But, one thing that I would hear all the time from the Filipino girls um, was no budget, no budget. And I'm like, okay. And, here in Thailand, it would just be, I know money. I don't have any money. And after a while, that wears on you. Here, I don't really ever hear it anymore, especially. Yeah, but I mean, listen, I definitely don't want to slam the Philippines because they have a lot of good attributes there and everything. I just prefer Thailand to the Philippines. It's simple as that. I think a lot of marriages fail because most people think their spouse is responsible for making them feel happy. Uh, it's unrealistic to put such expectations on your spouse. Definitely. But I don't know about Thais, but Filipinos are very superstitious. Is it the same in Thailand? Yes, they're super. They're superstitious here. But if you think about it, how many times have you heard of a Thai bar girl, um, hooking up with some guy? She thinks the guy's rich, and the guy's not rich. He's just a hardworking dude who's managed to sock away some money. Um, he's just a hardworking dude who's you know socked away some money, and he's on vacation, so he wants to have a good time, and he feels he's owed that good time. Um, and so the woman thinks he's got big money, and he tells her, "No, I don't." But uh, she doesn't really give him his just due. She believes what she wants to believe, doesn't believe anything else. Oh, I see him. He spend money all the time. He have big money. He's like, no, no, this is a holiday. Okay, once in a while I'll spend a little money, but this is a holiday. And the girl's like, yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, I understand you. But they don't understand. They don't believe it. People in the Philippines are great, but I do not feel safe in parts of the country. Well, that's true. That's very true, Carl. And let me tell you something. I've been around a lot of the time that I was in the Philippines, and I spent a substantial amount of time there. Was with boxers, with professional boxers, professional fighters in the fight game, especially in Cebu and Manila to a lesser extent. Um, and I was taken care of very, very well. But there were a couple of occasions when I went walking around with a friend who wasn't Filipino, and it did feel a bit dangerous where we were walking around. Now nothing happened to us, but I do know people that things have happened to them and everything. But that's anecdotal stuff. Here in Thailand, you can walk around just about anywhere. Nobody's going to bother you. Um, you know, once in a great while, something may happen here, but for the most part, you're okay. Can you give an example, please? An example of what? Superstition? Well, listen, I don't know about the Filipinos and all their superstitions, but I know that there's a lot of superstitions here. The Thais are, they believe in ghosts. Almost every single woman you talk to believes in ghosts. There's all kinds of superstitions. You can't do this on a Wednesday. You can't do that. You can't. There's just I don't catalog all these in my brain and try to remember every single one of them, but there are plenty here. Filipino people are great. Really, they're extremely warm and hospitable. The issue for me is infrastructure. Yes, the people there. I would say that Filipino people are very passionate, for better or worse. They are very passionate. Hello there, Chun Motorsport. Hello, how you doing, buddy? No, there's no special guest today. The special guest is on Tuesday. Did you not get two notifications? One that says one for today and one for Tuesday? My wife is from the Philippines, and according to her, there are bad ways to put a bed in a room. Doesn't surprise me. You can't char the meat. Okay. Listen, I love their pork. Their pork was fantastic. But then again, I love the pork here too. You know. Speaking of that, I think today I'm going to have some of the pork belly, or and maybe I'll get some of the what is it? What did I have the other day? Top ramen, ramen, not top ramen, but ramen. And it comes with pork in it. And there's a place down the street from my house. You can get a bowl of ramen noodles with meat for as cheap as 59 baht, and it's really good. The other day I had a gyoza, a water, and a bowl of ramen, and it was 129 baht. I don't know why it said that. Maybe that's the time that I sent out. I put up the. That's the. In fact, that's the time I put up the links to both videos, that I released them both, and that I scheduled them both. But that's not the time that they're going up. If you look on the YouTube, if you follow the link and you go to the YouTube, it should be on the right time. I don't know if it is or not. Been many times to both countries, but it's different. They're different from. Yeah, they're very different from each other. Yeah, this is the thing. I when I made that video, I wasn't trying to attack Filipino people. Now, the only thing that I did say that some people might view as negatively is that I found Filipino women to be too clingy. And that's, of course, that's not all of them. But that was my experience. I don't find that to be the case with Thai women. I think Thai women are more just laid back. They don't want to be hanging on you every minute of every day. And that was the impression I got from the few girls that, in the Philippines. So, just my experiences. It's not necessarily that it's the truth for everybody, and it means that it certainly doesn't mean that I hate the people there or hate the country. I like the country, but I have no reason to go back there now. I've been there many times. I've seen the country. I know about it. I'm happy that I've been there. I've met some great people there. I still have some friends there. If I went over there, they would meet with me. We'd go do something. We'd go hang out. But like I said, I don't have any reason to go there. It's kind of like, I really don't have much reason to go to Cambodia. I've been there like 50 something times. What's the reason to go? Yeah. To me, listen, when I was a kid in high school, there was a guy, his name was Ray, and he was a year older than me. We were all friends, me and him and a couple other guys. We hung out together. He left school, graduated, and he went into the Air Force, and was almost immediately in Clark Air Force Base in the Philippines. This is about 1980, 1979, 1980. And he loved it. He loved it. Yes, I've been to Laos. I haven't been there in quite a few years, but I have been there several times. Yeah, let's put it this way. The Filipinos are Catholic, so if you do wrong, a few Hail Marys and jobs, right, in Thailand, a few Hail Marys and jobs, right, in Thailand being Buddhist, you can only have forgiveness from the person you did wrong. Well, you know, the big joke in the Philippines is, the big joke is she's a virgin, but she's, you know, she's giving head to like 50 different guys, where she's taking it in the backside. You know, so everybody doesn't always have the same way of thinking. I mean, obviously, I think differently than some people probably here in this stream. We all think differently, and we may end up wanting the same things. But when it comes to the Filipinos, you know, it takes some getting used to, just like here in Thailand. It takes some getting used to. You know, that's why they have this is Thailand. You know. Anyway, let me see if I got anything else over here. Well, see, let me just tell you, this is a kind of a message that I get. And this was in a comment in a video I made that said 21 mistakes not to make in Thailand, part 1. Don't know how I came up with that one, because I probably wouldn't make a video with 21 mistakes in it. Not at this point. But anyway, he writes, hey, any advice on a person who has done the first year at uni, did well but didn't finish the course? Is it helpful at all? Seriously, you're coming on to, and this guy wrote several, at least 2 or 3 comments. This guy actually wrote, and he made several comments. This is a guy who's in university, and he says he's done well, but he didn't finish the course. Is it helpful at all? What does he mean? You went to school and you dropped out. Is it helpful? Not really. I don't know what. See, this is the thing. I got to decipher these things. How the hell do I know what this guy is writing about? Let me keep going here. First mistake I did back in the day was to take a taxi from the airport instead of the airport. Well, first mistake I made in Thailand back in the day was to take a taxi driver, go with the taxi who said, 500 baht. I think he said 600. I paid 600 baht. That was from Don Muang. Most of the comments are much tamer than they used to be, which is a good thing. Here's one. I might have said something about this one already. I bought your book on Kindle Unlimited. Do you make a lot less from the unlimited purchases? First of all, I'm not like one of these people who subscribes to the Thai way of thinking, which is every Thai person deserves or is warranted in knowing how much someone else makes. It's none of their fucking business, and it's none of this guy's fucking business. If he wants to figure it out for himself, let him figure it out. Time is not valued by most people, and especially younger people, which I understand. When you're younger, you think you got the world by the balls, and you're going to be around forever. This is the same guy who said, with respect, I disagree about the tipping of the taxi driver. 78 baht fare, I would leave 100 baht. I do have white skin and accept that I have to pay more. There are two prices, one for Thai and another for Farang. I accept that. I'll never be accepted as a local, and I accept that. Thank you. Well, maybe you're too accepting. I think the guy's too fucking accepting. The whole thing with tipping is you tip for good service. Now, if this was a taxi driver, let's say that I was going somewhere and I didn't know where it is, and I've done this before many times. I've taken a taxi and it's 2-3 hours from my house. You're talking about a 250, 300, 350 baht fare. I don't know where I'm going. I tell the driver, I don't know where I'm going. He doesn't really know. He just knows the area. And he's going to stop and ask somebody, and he drives around, and they tell him, oh, you got to go left. And he goes left, and then, oh, it's back there. You went the wrong way. And he goes through that kind of rigmarole. Then usually I'll give him a good tip, because he's been helpful, more than helpful. But just going down the street, you got a 78 baht fare, I give him 80 baht. And if it's a 100 baht bill, I wait for him to hand me the 20 baht bill back. It's not that I'm cheap. I just don't want to be pissing away 20 baht twice a day or 3 times a day, damn near every day that I live in Thailand, and then pissing away that money on some guy who doesn't give a flying shit about me. He just wants to get me from point A to point B. And as far as the being white, yeah, I'm white, okay? It just turned out that way. It could have turned out some other way. I could have had a purple skin. But that doesn't mean that because of my skin color, I need to pay more money. Regardless of what the Thais think, regardless of what anybody else thinks. I've already said it. Listen, as long as they keep charging people who are foreigners for things like a taxi drive, for a taxi ride, you're going to charge them more money. As long as they're going to charge more money for something like that, then believe me, when somebody wants to buy something from me, whatever it may be, if they're Thai, they got to pay a premium. Because you know what? It's bullshit. It's flat out racism. Now, in certain instances, I understand, like for school. Why should some guy who comes from China be able to just come right into town and pay the same tuition fees as somebody who's a native? I understand that. But when it comes to the taxi, that's a different story. Especially because most taxis, they've gotten better, and most of the time I use Grab. Grab charges a premium. I use Bolt. They charge a premium. Well, they're supposed to charge a premium. It's not, and also it's not that I mind giving a tip. It has nothing to do with that. It's not what people do here. I don't understand how difficult that is to understand. You want to give a little bit of a tip, that's one thing, because that's what a Thai would do. If my wife is paying the taxi driver, listen, and it's 97 baht, she'll give him 100 baht. Found the local market's price is the same, but the locals think I should pay more. Silly them, and they don't get the work and do it myself, hiring some local laborers. Yeah. Tipping in Asia has never been a thing. No, it's not. Now, if you want something like really special, like let's say that you're not allowed into a concert. I've done this in America. You're not want. I did it in America to a fight once. It was a Muay Thai fight, and I really wanted to get in. And I was with some chick. There was a guy around on the side of the door. The door was open. I slipped him $100 and said, "Let me get in." He said, "Okay." That was a long time ago. That was for a huge. It was a huge fight, in my opinion, and it's a memorable fight between a Thai and a Canadian guy. But other than that, wait a minute. Let me see this here. Wait a minute. Let me see here. Well, there's a lag, like always. All right, here we go. Thais seem to be thrifty. They must think we are crazy if we are extravagant. No, what they do is they think you got big money. Now, when it comes to a taxi, listen, I mean, I've been in taxis before, and it's been, say, for example, 78 baht. And the guy was really cool, really nice, or he was down on his luck. You could hear in his voice, something was wrong or something. And I just go, "Here you go, buddy." And like sometimes at my house, I should have given the girl and walked. I should have said, "Listen, I'll give you $50, and you take the girl and give me half off." Small change in a taxi driver. I never bother to give it back, but seldom I add extra. Not sure if it's expected when there is a meter or set price on Grab. No, it's not expected. Well, they may expect it from a white person or from a foreigner, but it's not really expected. For most people, they don't think that way. They may be hoping. But if somebody is doing something really nice for you, like he's helping you bring your groceries in or something, yeah, okay, then I understand. But if he's just driving you from point A to point B, it's his job to do that. That's the way they think of it. Most Thais, a lot of them don't even say thank you to the taxi drivers because it's the taxi driver's job to take them where they want to go. What are they thanking them for? Thank you for getting me there alive. Okay, that I would understand. But that's their mentality. What's this? Oh, I don't see the other one. That's a big ass one. This is not that big. I think it's a 20. I don't remember what the face is, but it's not all that big. It's a medium-sized face. Longhorns likes the really big watches. Small change in the taxi. Oh, okay. We already went over that one. Anyway, it's all about what you want to do, but it's not expected here. Now, if you go in, exactly. That's baby. Yes, this is baby. Well, it's because I'm like this. Can't even get it up there. If you have a 79 baht fare, first of all, I doubt this guy knows anything about what he's talking about anything because he's saying 78 baht. There are no 78 baht fares. They're always odd. So 79 baht. Okay. Um, you're only going to get 1 baht back if you give them 80 baht, right? Now, if you are an asshole and you go, "Where's my 1 baht?" The guy's going to look at you and he's going to be like, and if he, as long as he has the 1 baht, he'd probably give it back to you, you know. But like, why would you do that for 1 baht? I mean, you're going to be a prick about it. Give me now. If the guy's an asshole, I've done it before where the guy was a complete asshole for no reason. And my change was like 3 baht. And I've been like, give me my money. Because I'm like, you want to be a prick? I'll be a prick too. Where's this guy's that I saw here? Let me see. Exactly. Thank you very much. And the thing is that there are times where I use a taxi every day. For a week straight, I use a taxi, and it's like 4 trips in a taxi. So add that up. Oh, my fare was 63 baht, so I gave him 100. That's 37 baht extra every time. What's that? That's 148 baht for the day. For a week. Where's this guy's? What did this guy? What, I missed this. Where is it here? What was that guy's name? Rodney Crop. Used to be a bottle of water. Yeah. There you go. Are there still many scammers in Thailand? I don't think there's as many, but there's different kinds of scams. And what I'll say is, I just don't put myself in those positions. And I know a lot of them, and I'm like, let me see if I can find what happened to this guy. There was one in here, but I really wanted to. Let me see. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, of course there's scammers here, but I don't know if there's as many. The word is out. The word is out, and people know about the scams. There comes the rest of the A team, or at least one of the A team. Miss Beer, she just came in. Tipping is a waste. Never tip unless very special. Yes. I think you can still get quite a bit of water for a few baht from the water machine. Forget the name. There are different kinds of water machines all over Thailand. But we don't use those, and generally, we don't use those like for drinking water because the water is not always the highest quality. And like right now, we just bought, I don't know, 4 packs or something like that of water. We're all right for a couple of weeks. Big water. We got some big water bottles. Yeah, so I mean, that's really, there's not all that much to say about tipping when it comes down to it. You don't want to tip, don't tip. In some instances, people listen. You go into a bar here, like a go-go bar or something, and like for me, it'd be like, if there was a girl like sitting with me, if I wanted her to sit with me, she left. I'd always give her 100 baht. I'd even give her 500 baht if we had a good time for the night, and and I had the money, and I'd been drinking, and my buddy was drinking, and we're all having a good time. Just because you're making that person's life a little bit better, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If they've done something that is worth giving a tip for. Well, right now, the water, I can tell you right now, Stephen, the water is known as being very salty. And it's going to be for another 3 months. Well, and also some guys think that the girls are going to like them because they tip, and the girls will like the money, you know. But that doesn't mean they're going to like the guy, you know. I can't tell you how many times I heard a girl go, "I love his money." Yes, I love you, darling. I love you. And then it's, "I love his money," you know. Because the girl is like, "Hey, this guy's so stupid. He doesn't realize that he can't buy me," you know, for the most part. Most guys are not willing to spend the kind of money where a girl is like, "Okay, he's paying me some real money. I'll do whatever they want." Within me, I love his money. Yes. I'm hungry. Ugh. So I got another comment here. Imagine that. Now, this one, while I do kind of understand the guy's thinking, I don't necessarily agree with it all the time because it's easier said than done. So this guy writes to me, uh, if I moved to Thailand, I gotta say something. Most guys who write, when they write a little comment, they don't care if they capitalize their letters or the countries. They don't know about this shit. They write run-on sentences, and it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, who taught you how to fucking write? I mean, seriously, it's like, have we completely forgotten how to write? Do we just write where, and then the letter, like where, WERE, and then an R, and then a U? Is that how we write now? Where are you? If moved, this is what the guy wrote. If moved to Thailand, which is not capitalized, I, which is not capitalized, would barely watch the news in the USA. Would just be happy you're, while you are, you're pretty insulated from it. So obviously it's supposed to be your YOU apostrophe RE. Would just be happy you're pretty insulated. Fuck, how educated do you have to be? State average quarterly water bill. Wow, that's a lot, man. Jesus Christ, it's 10 o'clock. I'm hungry already, man. Yeah, I guess. Age of the internet. Well, let me tell you something. The internet's a blessing and a curse. Anyway, I wrote back to this guy. I wrote back to him because, as someone who lives here and has lived here a long time, fairly long time, I think it's 4 more years and then I'll be here half my life. I water every day and do not pay that. Thank you very much, Johnny Siam. Appreciate that. I may have a tequila tomorrow night. Maybe I should buy a beer and buy myself a beer. I go back to old school like I used to drink a Corona and have a shot of tequila. I may do that. I may stream tomorrow night. Yeah, that's me. Hey, I'm a construction worker. Anyway, they call me for On Good Book. Enjoyed the read, and you're a good writer. It's YOU apostrophe RE. But thank you very much. I appreciate you being a good sport about it. Listen, I know everybody is not a writer. And that's why I say, I'm not trying to be like a spelling Nazi or something like that. But, it makes it hard to read sometimes. All I would say, because I did write you back, Blaze. And I wrote, it's easy to say if you've never lived here and don't really know what you're talking about. Unless you live somewhere with no connection to the outside world or live like someone 50 years ago, you will not be as insulated as you may think. Listen, you go to a little restaurant, a little shop house, they got the TV on, and all you hear is COVID, COVID, COVID. And you're like, what the hell is this COVID? You ask somebody, hey, what's this COVID? Oh, and then they tell you, oh, 9/11 happened. You find out about things. You're sitting there and you start talking to somebody, and somebody says something. Next thing you know, you're talking about whatever the topic of the day is. Now, lately, that topic has been the virus, the politics, with Trump and with his impeachment and whatever. The beauty, well, listen, not everybody can be a writer and not everybody can be a construction worker. I did work construction many years ago, but I didn't do it for long. If you pay the bill, whether you drink it. You pay the bill whether you drink a teaspoon of water or not. Wow. Good morning. How are you doing? I am doing peachy. Peachy. I think a tequila stream tomorrow night seems good. Only thing is, if it's tomorrow night, if I did it at, say, 8 o'clock, that's like 5 in the morning on the East Coast. I don't know what time it is in Australia and in the UK. I mean, I just don't feel like thinking about it right now. I'm computing everything, but I don't know. The thing is I don't want to drink tequila in the morning. A glass of wine maybe, I could swing that, but not tequila. Well, anyway, getting back to this whole connectivity thing. Yesterday I told my wife, I said, listen, I want you to do something. At 7 o'clock, I want you to put that phone down. I don't want you to hold the phone. I don't want you to see the phone. I don't want you to be near the phone. I don't want you to have anything to do with the phone for 3 hours. And so she did. That might be considered proper spelling nowadays for texting. Youngsters condense all the words now. I don't know. Listen, there is no such thing as, new proper spelling. Until they put it in the fucking dictionary, it's not proper spelling. Steve Moore, thank you very much. As always, choke me. Washing powder is like crack here. Can go up to $25 for 2 years. I never buy that stuff. My wife does. I don't even know about it. I don't ever buy any of the washing stuff. I never do the wash, ever. I have in the past. It's not like I don't know how to do it, but I just don't think I should do it. My kids know how to do it. My kids do, they do a lot of the chores. So does my wife. He's probably sitting there at the computer right now, butt naked. Not that we need to know that, Stephen. Anyway, I want to say it again. On Tuesday, we're going to have a very special guest. And I'm not going to give any hints. I'm not going to give any further commentary about what and who it is. But I think it'll be a nice surprise. And who was it? The Soy Dog Cowboy said, am I going to be impressed? And I said, impressed? I don't really think so. it's difficult to impress. Well, I would say maybe it's difficult to impress him. Oh, they're open now, so they're opening at 10. I thought they opened at 10:30. Kami ba sa bunga? Sino? No, I know that. It's today's Saturday. She's in one of her moods today. Hey, one sal, book on shipping crew. That done Bandit. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. She's giving me this look like, huh? Much to the chagrin of my neighbors, man or woman. I already said I'm not going to go into it. Jesus Christ. I don't want to give any kind of... SM, we went back to lockdown for 5 days to quarantine. Government here could not arrange a piss in a pub with a handful of 50 notes. Why is it that I feel that most governments, they can barely... in fact, they can't even do it. They can't even wipe their own ass. Ha! Buy Fern. Buy Fern! I am actually in my sweats and setting up my silver trades for next week, writing algorithms, very boring but profitable. Anything profitable is not boring, at least to me. Yeah, and I have heard about silver being something very good to get into. Yeah, I heard JS. We don't have to wear masks after Sunday. Ploy will do. Oh, you still remember Ploy, huh? Human. No, they're an alien. They're an alien from another planet. If you're having By Fern on, I'm holding her mic. Listen, if it's By Fern, you're not holding anything. Let me tell you something. No, it's not a cat. By Fern is a leech. No, she's not. Don't be talking about my By Fern like that, Steven. Listen, she is everywhere now. I turn and I look at a freaking poster on the wall. It's By Fern. She's everywhere, man. And, I have to say, and I notice this about my brain now, which is why I would say, and about my desire, I would say that if you're young and you are like so into a chick, you're like, oh my God, she's awesome. I gotta have her. I gotta have her. She's so awesome. She's the best. Oh. Give it time. Let her get pissed off at you once or twice. Let her be in a bad mood and you're like, hey, how you doing? And she just ignores you or something like that. Let that happen. And understand that that's how damn near every single woman is. So, well, you may think By Fern is the most fantastic, most beautiful, most lovely, sexy girl. After a while, not only has she run her course with me. Now, I think she's a lovely girl. I think she's cute. She's got a nice body. She's got the typical, skinny tie kind of model TV actress body. She doesn't have what I would call like a cracking body. She's very cute. And she's relatively flat-chested. So, am I, enthralled with her? No, I'm not. I look at her and, yes, I understand there's a lot of other better-looking girls than her, but she is a quality, at least it would seem from the outside, she's a quality chick. That's all I'm saying. She's quality, and most of you guys will never, ever have a chance with her. I guarantee you that. unless you're some supermodel and you have a reason for being around her. Yeah, I would teach her I'm an American. Listen, I'm well past my prime. That's all I got to say. You know, I'm thinking about shaving the beard again because I'm letting it get. I want to let it get out here, but I'm like starting to look kind of scraggly. Steven, you're like 3 time zones behind. We know all these things. We know all about it. Her name is Pim Chinook, but her nickname is Bifone. Yes, Ploy was good looking, but she was listen, nice girl, but again, if you get to know her a little bit, how can I say this nicely? All right, I already pretty much shit on the girl at the what the hell's the name of the place? Hooters. To me, she's as dumb as a rock, and it's a complete turnoff. And she has no tits. Does that mean I wouldn't do her if I was a younger single man? Of course not. I would do her, but like, I would be like, all right, you need to leave. It's time to go, honey. And as far as Ploy went, she'd be just, listen, one night in Bangkok, okay. One night in Ploy, okay. More than that, she would be a fucking headache. I like growing my beard, but when the itching starts, it has to go. I'm not keen on shaving either. Both are obnoxious. I don't itch. Mine doesn't itch. I just, and I think yeah, exactly, titless Hooters girl. That's pretty much what she is. Longhorns, I'll get into it later. You'll remember her. Never met one, could not fix up with a carton of beer. Well, I guess if your style is to go after the 80-year-old toothless women, a case of beer you know, will make the back of her head look pretty good. Oh God. This is why I have like 0.7. I don't even have like 1% women watching my channel. They probably look at me and they go, "Oh my God, look at him with that nasty ass beard." And I'm like, "Fuck you." Longhorns, you are 4 time zones behind. The overblown ego would be a deal breaker for me. Yeah, you listen. No, you guys don't know her. Most of you don't know her, so don't sweat. She was a nice girl. She was very nice, and she was attractive, and she started working out. She got herself in. She was in really good shape, but she was a head case. She was one of the ones that she got to have the attention on her, and oh Jesus Christ, you know. If you're not like holding her hand and kissing her on the neck, it's like you don't love me anymore. We're not in the gutter. We're not going to go to the gutter. I won't let us go there. Alcohol doesn't improve the view, it just makes it easier. A piece of cake would not go astray. This must be a new record. Took 66 minutes for the chat to go to shit. But we're not on the shit subject yet, but honestly, I have to be completely honest with you guys. as I usually am, and very direct and forthcoming. There are times when I really like streaming, and I think it's fun. I get to make a little bit of money. You know, it's great. It's fantastic. LSD would be nice. Some mushrooms. But there are times when I just think to myself, that's it. I have to stop this. I'm going to a place where I never wanted to go before. I didn't dream of, or hey, when I grow up, I'm going to host a live stream on some internet channel where we can talk about titless hooter girls and drool over average looking baristas at Starbucks. Listen, I've been doing a bunch of videos. I think there'll be a video going up tonight and tomorrow, and then the next weekend. And then in the middle somewhere there, I'm gonna put the little video of the place where cake works, Gustavia. I'm gonna put that up. I've been meaning to do it. I haven't forgotten about it, but time, energy, desire, those are all factors. But I've got all these other videos done. It will happen. I will put it up, and hopefully, I thought you did this because you like this. It's kind of like in the Netherlands with marijuana and the coffee shops. I'm tolerant. I mean, honestly, some guys in here, yeah, I like you guys, for sure. I mean, I don't like you guys like that, but I like you guys. And, others, I kind of have my concerns. Like, how is this guy out of a nut house? There's a few of them out there. You can't imagine some of the fucking comments I get and some of the negativity, some of the positivity. That guys that just love me, and I'm like, why do you love me? I love you, man. You're the greatest. You're so great. Oh fuck! I've never said that to anybody. I've been around a couple of movie stars, fighters, all kinds of people. And I've never been like, man, I'm your biggest fan. You're the greatest YouTuber, man. Nobody said that to me, but I've never understood this. At least if I had a big pair of big tits, or I was cute like a chick, I would understand it then. It's like you want to get it in between my legs. I understand. You think I'm sexy. Okay. But that's not the case here. There you go. Celebrity, yeah. What did I say that one time? Z level celebrity. She was not too bad younger girl selling coconuts, so got the rocks over her. Yeah, listen. I'll give you the straight scoop on the coconut girl. We're married. No. She was a younger girl. I would say nobody's going to call her ugly. Nobody is going to say, are you really taking off, Steve? I was joking. Nobody's going to say she's ugly. she was an average, she was a pleasant looking girl. I would say, if you're looking at from my perspective, if you're taking off, Steve, all right, I'll talk to you later, okay? Take it easy. Ciao. I don't know if you just got tired of this stream spiraling into pure degradation. But anyway, what was I going to say? I've got to remember what I'm saying here. She was a nice looking girl, nothing fantastic. She wasn't, like, oh man, she's a real beauty. She was average looking. She had what I would consider probably an average body, maybe even because she's young, a nice body. But she had a pleasant demeanor. She seemed like a nice girl, and that goes a long ways. She wasn't homely. We all have dreams. Does pleasant mean the same as homely? No, it doesn't, Carlos. Blaze, what is this? Any chance with COVID situation I could work 6 months in America and have my family in Thailand? I could make 80. Oh, you're the guy who wrote me about that. That's right. I remember now. Sorry. Well, I'm doing a video. I've done your video already. I'm going to put it up, but in answer to your question, and thank you for the $5. Although you don't love me, fuck you. I'm joking. You're saying 80 to 100 grand. 100 grand what? 80 to 100 grand what? We talking about dollars? What are we talking about? Let's go back down. Okay, so this is still working. Yeah, I need to know what we're talking about here. You say, have my family in town. I can make 100. Catch you all later. Take care. Stay safe. Well, you too, Johnny. You take care too. I gotta stop and start this thing here. Hang on. No, I don't want that. Where is it at? There we go. That's right. Oops. Take care. Later. Pleasant pheasant, fucker. Okay, you're talking about in the United States. Or you're talking about in Thailand. What are you talking about? Working in the U.S. during the summer months and stay in Thailand during the winter. Is that what he's talking about? This, it's not clear. Oh, I could work 6 months in America and have my family in Thailand. I could. Well, why couldn't you do that then? What's the holdup? I mean, what is the problem? The getting the family into Thailand? You got a family. You are okay. I understand that, but you have a family. You are married, so as long as you have the money, there's no problem getting a visa to get over here. It's all about right now the quarantine. So if you were to send them over and work, yeah, you can do it. Of course you can. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but um, assuming you could make that money in the United States, why wouldn't you do that anyway? Or why wouldn't you just keep them with you? You know, that's what I don't understand. Why wouldn't you keep them with you? Okay, so then why do you want to come over here if you don't necessarily have the money to? I mean, why do you want to send them over here then? Because they want to be here? I'm not getting everything here in this store here. You can make that money. Why not just stay for a couple of years and make that money, and then come over here and I mean, you're already ready to come over here and do this, but how are you going to qualify for a visa? And I'm asking you, this is a specific question. If you're going to qualify um, for a marriage visa, an O visa, then you need 400,000 baht in the bank. If that's not a problem, then just do it. And you can still go back to the United States, get a re-entry permit, and go back over there and work and leave them here. But you're still going to have to pay for the quarantine and everything. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Monash, thank you very much. Looks like I am shadow banned. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What is shadow banned? Well, I don't think I banned you, so I don't know who the hell would ban you, and I don't think Longhorns banned you, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. If your comments are not getting through, um, Stephen Monash, thank you very much. A pleasant pheasant fucker. Thank you. If your comments are not getting through, it's because um, YouTube is not allowing them to go through. But you're not banned, or you wouldn't be able to comment. I don't have a partial block on people. I can't do that. I have nothing to do with that. Not a goddamn thing to do with that. Seriously, I don't have anything to do with that. And, you know, I don't know why. That I mean, you know, I've had some things said that YouTube has banned, and I'm like, why would they ban this word? You know, but you're not banned in any way. If you were banned, you wouldn't be able to put any comments in it. It is usually Google or Facebook or something. Thanks for confirming that, Mr. Monash. Why is that? Enlighten us when you're going to come in here and say these things. At least enlighten us to why you are being. Some of your comments are being blocked. Are you saying something about the left or what? I don't understand. Because I was talking too much about the flu. I don't know. Doesn't matter. All right. I'm sorry you were banned. Or your comments were blocked, but I had nothing to do with them. End of story. I don't know what to tell you. When I don't have any control over something like that, then it's pointless for me to discuss it. Monash, you're going to take us down that pathway. I only ban people that automatically show 100% their troll. If not, I give them a quick little bit of rope. Scott hangs them quicker. And you know what? I try not to ban people at all. If they're just playing around and they're leaving comments that, could be uh, construed as one way as opposed to another, that's fine, whatever. If they challenge me or something, that's fine. It's when they start with the name calling or, saying things that are just too personal or whatever, because, I don't need to allow any of that bullshit in here. You know, who does? Who needs it? It's a fucking waste of my time. It's a waste of energy. So, as far as talking about the flu, we don't need to talk about it right now, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. When are you going to go back here to, Jesus Christ, when are you going to go back to see P. Cake? She's a great person. I don't know. But to be honest, I don't know. And I'll tell you why. For me to go out there, first of all, even though it's not that far, it takes time to get out there. It takes time to get back. It's going to cost me $10 to go and come back. And then, when you go there, that place is not cheap. That meal that I had there was almost $1,000. It's fucking $30 for a lunch. Now, I had the money. I was going to pay it. And they said, no, you don't have to, which was very kind of them. They comped me. But I won't go if I think, I'm getting comped. That's not how I think. I'm thinking, I got to pay. It could be 1,000 baht, 1,500 baht. Whereas when I went to You Hunt We Cook, I knew there were some set things on the menu I could get that were pretty cheap. A lot of the things on the menu there, I mean, I don't have to spend that much. It's not even that. It's just that, every time I go, it's, how can I say this? I don't particularly like going somewhere on a regular basis and always bringing my camera. Like I said the other day, I don't want to walk up to Beer with a camera every time I see her and go, hey, what's going on? Once in a while is fine. If she comes to me, that's different. You know what I mean? So with Cake, I don't want to go in there and every single time they're like, oh, the guy that's filming is coming in again. So, I'll go back there probably in another month or so, a couple of weeks, maybe, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks, I don't know. It's kind of like going to Klong Tui also. I went and saw her, Come on, Ash, come on. And then the other thing is that every time I go, I got a bunch of guys fucking drooling over her. And when she laughs, I don't know if she really likes it, I know that, sometimes she likes talking to me, and we have a, friendly relationship. But, I mean, other than that, I was just thinking about it today. And I've said this before. Why don't I want to go out all that much anymore? Is it really the traffic? No, it's not the traffic. It's not the pollution. It's that how many times do I want to do something over and over again when I'm the kind of person who gets bored? The whole reason I didn't get married for a long time, yeah, okay, part of it was I wasn't ready to get married. The other part was I got bored with chicks really fast. And maybe they got bored with me too, but I got bored with them. I get bored. How many times have I gone to Klong Tui or Chinatown? Places off the Chow Phraya, Koh Kret, Bang Kwa Chow, all these. I've been there fucking, let's keep the poo talk to a minimum, please, because I'm going to go get something to eat in a little bit. And I want to be able to hold down my food. The other thing is that what was nice about You Help Me Cook is you could just get your food right in the grocery, bring it to her, and she'd cook it. You know, I like that. I did like that concept. No, it's not a show about poo. And if we get too carried away with it, I'm going to start fucking timing people out. A single middle-aged woman with a young child doesn't like being appreciated by male attention. I don't know, and it's not my place to fucking ask. I don't know if she likes it or not. You know, it's personal. That's her personal life. That what goes on between her and others in her real life, her real personal life, is between her and I, and also between her and her friends or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's the law of diminishing returns. Keep doing the same thing, and you start to ask yourself, why bother? Yes. Understand. Never bored with the PI. Not now. You're not. you might get bored there in a while. I mean, you know, you get bored if you live in the same place, and you know, you're going to the same place all the time. You know, for me, I get bored quickly with just about everything. Who knows? You know, it's not necessary. You know, it's not even. There's no one thing. There's no one. It's like I just don't. It's not the kind of place that I'm going to go every day to hang out. It's on the side of a fucking freeway. You know, it's a little. It's a little ways from the house. It's not like, well, you go there at lunch every day or, you know, every couple of days. It's just not that kind of a place. I don't want it, you know. Monash, are you drunk today? It's like you're talking to yourself. What's going on? Fucking hit the pipe too much today or what? The senseless violence against Asian people in the U.S. is getting worse. Yeah, and you know, this is another thing. You know, and I did make it a point to say this, I think, yesterday. While I despise what the Chinese government is doing, and the people who support them knowingly knowing what they're doing, I don't think it's appropriate or acceptable to say, hey, there's an Asian over there. I'm going to go smash them in the face. And by the way, the lady's 80 years old. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's okay. And I think anybody who does that should be thrown in jail for a long time. It's assault. And what I always think of first, because that's how I think, what about if this was my mother or father? What about if it was me? You know, I mean, I'm getting old. What happens, you know, already? You know, I'm almost 60. What happens when, you know, if I make it to be 80, and I got, you know, a couple of young guys messing with me and, you know, like punching me. Carlos is next on Google list, huh? I don't know what that means. Gil list can kiss my ass. Wish I looked more Asian then. Google can kiss my ass until you put out that fofo. I don't understand what the hell you're saying. Arse, you can offend someone. I don't know what the fuck this means. I'm lost, man. That's why I wish I just had like a producer who would read everything to me, and they could decipher everything for me. Write in English, proper fucking English, or Texan, whatever. Write in Texan language. Arse, you can offend somebody. I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that mean asshole? I'm fucking lost today. Now, I think today what I'm going to do is producer Monax, and please know how much money I got. I only got a little bit. What do we got here? No, I don't have enough to go to that other place. FSV is calling you out. I don't know what the hell that means. FSV. I don't care who's calling me out. Let them call me out. What do I say? Seriously. FSV. Who the hell's FSV? Frankfurt? The football team? They're calling me out? What the hell is FSV? What is that? What does that mean? FSV, full service vagina. Oh, God. Is that what it means? Could. Maybe it does. In the world according to Dre, it does. It's a drug of some sort? I don't think so. No, I'm JF with you. Just fucking with you. I understand. Beer, why are you so quiet today? Huh? Beer. Kamay niyap dyan. Wani niyap dyan. Kamay. Hola. Liap loy. Correct the stream? What's correct the stream? I don't know what correct the stream is. She doesn't have her little pink thing in her hair today. Where is she? I already said this an hour ago. I said she came in. I said another part of the A team just came in. You missed it. You're sleeping or you're watching Gunsmoke or whatever the hell you're doing. That's my fallback now. They'll speak on Vietnam. Well, she speaks English. Don't let them fool you. I still want to know what FSV stands for. FSV is calling me out? Who the fuck's calling me out? Whatever. Call me out. It is on, LOL. Nice hair. Oh, God. She said she's being leploid today. Which, if you don't know what that means, she's being a proper employee and young lady. I guess. This is like the fifth time I've seen. I only saw one thing. That's all I saw. I have, yeah. In all the comments, I've only seen one comment from that person. Oh, were they FSV? Is that who on other streams? And what? It's the same kind of shit that he does on the other streams. Some people have no life, man. Really. There's nothing going on from different people. G Texan. Listen, my life is set up the way that I want it to be, with the possible exception of fucking streaming sometimes when there's morons in the stream, when there's like an overabundance of morons. Other than that, my life is pretty much the way that, I like it. I could travel a little more, but we know about the COVID right now. And hopefully that will end soon. So, we'll see. But other than that, it's great. It's peachy. And I don't get it. If you don't have a fucking life, why don't you go on and use your powers for good, Batman? Fuck, stab, vomit. Good morning, Patia Bob. No, it's FSV. And it said FSV is calling you out. Fuck, stab, vomit is calling me out. Good, call me out. I can't even. There's one thing that I really despise, and that is stupidity. Pure stupidity. I just can't stand it. I can't stand being around stupid people. And I'm not talking about uneducated people. I'm talking about people who are stupid. They're truly stupid. And I always say it, but it's like, I don't view myself as some rocket scientist. I don't view myself as an Einstein. But I can't handle some people's stupidity. It's like, let me come on the stream and act like a dumb fuck and get a little chuckle. Is it that funny, really? If you want to be a fucking comedian, learn how to be a comedian. Go out on the road. Fuck. Otherwise, fuck off. I'm thinking Coco Ichiban today. Sounds pretty goddamn good to me. It's either that or it's some ramen at the ramen place here, but I just had ramen. It's a very quiet day today. Very quiet. All right, what about more comments? Can I get some more comments here? We already read all those. These are all comments about my singing, which we don't need to read those. Okay, here's one from Chun Motorsport. He was in earlier. Thanks for this video. Wonder how many hotels, hostels, and businesses that will have to shut down before the country starts to reopen again for real. I don't know. Supposedly it's October 1st. They're going to open up here for the vaccines or whatever. I don't know. Do you do like a consultation for people planning on moving to Thailand, Skype, or something like that? I have been known to do this, yes. You can email me later if you want, and let me know what you're after. Um, I know you sent the email, and I do have a stream. I think it's going to be tomorrow night or wait a minute, tomorrow morning. What's the? It's going to be it'll be tomorrow or Monday. The video will go up, so maybe you can watch that. And there are a lot of questions I have because um, from everything that you're saying, it's a little bit unclear of how you can proceed because there are certain things that you need. One of which is money. Um, like you asked about the rentals. You can't rent in Thailand. You can't rent places out in Thailand, and then that's considered part of your income. You basically would have to set up a company here. It's part of a company somewhere else in the United States or something like that. And then if you're getting paid from the United States, you can work it that way. But this is what I mean. There's all kinds of little things you can do. And anyway, I'm getting hungry. I think it's time to go. Time to go have a little lunch. We got 66 people in the stream. We've had up to about almost 80 people today. And you got 25 thumbs up and 13 thumbs down. That's only 38 people. So out of at least 78, and there's 70 on right now, I've got nobody's leaving a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it, and I didn't say this in the beginning, but I'd appreciate it if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the notification bell if you want to. Leave a thumbs up, and you can check everything out. Wow, thanks a lot, man. Sounds like a good idea, but thank you very much. You know who I'm talking to also, so thank you. Will do. Definitely will do. I hope those stocks keep kicking ass. Seriously, man. He's going to get acquitted, but they're going to go after him until they can't go after him anymore. They're actually talking about a bill that will prohibit him from running again, putting some kind of action into play where he is not able to run again. And it's like, where the fuck do these people come up with? I don't want to get started. I don't want to get started on politics. Let's not get going. Let's not go there. Please, let's not. Anyway, Choke B. Holy shit. It really baffles me. I gotta say something here. It baffles me. First of all, it baffles me that, yeah, of course they did. They're so full of shit. The Republicans are full of shit, but the Democrats are flat out lying and just, they're so full of shit that it disgusts me. It's just disgusting, which is why I try not to give it too much weight. But what I was going to say is, for the life of me, while I understand that over the years I've racked up some people that probably don't like me. Some people may hate me. People may hate the fact that I'm still here and they're not, or whatever it is, whatever it may be. I have slowly lost some subscribers, and I think some of them, in the beginning at least, were Chinese in Hong Kong. Because obviously I'm not there anymore, because I gained a lot of people while I was there. And now, over the last year, it's been about a year and 2 months since I was there. But in about the first 6 months, I lost a considerable amount of people. And I thought, well, maybe that's the... that's a lot of Hong Kongers, because I gained a lot of people and people watching because of Hong Kong. Now I think maybe it has something to do with, listen, there's going to be people that are going to hate on you no matter where you are. And I've learned that. Thank you, YouTube, for teaching me this. But it baffles me. If I look at the stats, it's about 70% on the streams, 70% like and 30% dislike. I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not crying about it or anything like that. It just baffles me to know that every time there's about that percentage, and that the biggest thing that baffles me is why I continue to lose subscribers when the views have gone up dramatically. Let me see here. Let me look at the analytics. The view duration has gone up dramatically. The revenue's gone up. I wouldn't say dramatically, but it has steadily risen. Ever since I went to Hong Kong, it's steadily risen. Yeah, so I'm curious to know about that. I don't know what the deal is, and I never used to watch the statistics. I didn't look at the analytics, and now I do. So that kind of baffles me a little bit. It's like I see, there's 53 likes and dislikes and 71 people watching. And I know there's a fair number of people that have been in the stream forever, and they probably are the ones clicking thumbs up. But I always wonder, what the fuck is going on? I still wonder why I get more views and a longer duration time. I'm trying to figure this out. And I wonder if any of it has to do with politics, because I have lost a few good subscribers that I knew and have met with, and I think at least some of that has to do with politics, because they don't want to hear you talking about politics. And they especially, why is it that if the Democrats want to talk about Biden or they want to talk about Hillary Clinton, it's okay, they can say anything, and all the people on the right are supposed to listen and be understanding. But if you talk about Trump or you talk about what the left is doing, then they think you're automatically a racist or whatever. I just don't get it, What is longer duration? Watching longer. Yes. The percentage that's watched of the streams, the percentage that's watched of the videos has gone up quite a bit. Yeah, they automatically hit the cancel button. So maybe, anytime I say something about Trump or I say something shitty about Democrats, people cancel me and they want to leave a thumbs down, and then they put me on their list. I don't know. I do know a couple of people, and one of whom in particular has said to me, I always make sure to drop into your stream to leave a thumbs down. But he was a fucking suicidal, fucking maniacal cunt. And these are the kind of people, listen, like, I talked about the time, I was just talking to him the other day, to the owner of our house. I asked what happened to the guy that I beat up. And she said, he went back to his village, something was happening, he couldn't live here anymore, and he just went back. He's like living in a fucking shack somewhere. This guy was a fucking maniac. He was a fucking yabba freak. And my wife is like, what'd you beat him up for? I'm like, because he had 2 sticks and he was trying to fucking hit me. And he said something about our kid, and he said something about my mother. And, he's standing in front of my house. He's a threat. And the lady across the street, oh, you don't have to worry about him. He's okay. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck, man? The guy's standing in front of my house with fucking sticks yelling and screaming at me, and it's not okay? I'm like, when did all this kind of stuff become okay? When did this cancel culture become okay? We're not going to, We're not. I mean, look what they're doing to Bruce Springsteen now. No, I understand you do need dissenting discussions. You need different views, but you need to be able to express those views. And you shouldn't be canceled simply because you feel one way or the other. Now, if somebody came into the stream and said, "Scott, I think you're an asshole," I'd say, "Okay, well, don't watch then." That's all. You don't have to watch me. You think I'm an asshole? Okay. But if you come in and you attack me in other ways, and name calling and those kind of things, well, why do I have to read it? Why do I have to see it? It's disrupting. So that I understand. To me, I understand that. But when it comes to speaking and voicing opinions on how things and on policies and how things need to be done, I think it's healthy. It's necessary. One thing I don't know much about, I haven't researched in depth really ever, or in a long, long time, is the governments that are working and they're favorable to the people. Scandinavia, maybe the Scandinavian countries. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to look into that because I would like to know. And as bad as America is, I still think there are a lot of good things, which is why everybody wants to go there. Well, a lot of people want to go there. Everybody's a strong word. Not everybody wants to go there. Anyway, I would like to head towards Coco Ichiban, but I'll show you guys I'm pretty sure they got the Chinese New Year stuff going on down the way here. I mean, even it seems to me that even like when the Scandinavians have people put in prison, that the people are treated differently than in the West. In the United States and the UK and these kind of places. And it seems like their system works a hell of a lot better. They're small though. They're not huge countries. They're extremely chill. Richard, how you doing? What's happening, Richard? I don't know. Because I didn't want to go all the way down there. I just thought if they're not going to celebrate, why go down? I could go down there any other day. Richard, how you doing? Trying to get this working here. Richard, Choke D, thank you very much. Choke D. Appreciate that. Good luck for you. 19 days and counting. All right, what's today? Here's the 13th. Is this February? Yes, it's February. So 15. So you're leaving on the 4th? I'm gonna start putting this stuff away. Benny. What's happening, Benny? Yep. Benny, hello. Hello, hello. I'm going to put this stuff away and I'm going to go grab something to eat. We'll walk and check out the little... There was a Chinese New Year thing going on down there. Take a quick look at that. And then I'm going to go get some cocoa ichiban, which was very good. It's an old standby. All right, let's get ready here. With the black mask that the thing will barely fit on my fat face. Cocoa Puffs, as opposed to Cocoa Pebbles. He doesn't eat the cocoa. He's not into the chocolate that much anymore. Every once in a while, he'll get himself a little mocha drink or something like that. He's actually, yeah. With regards to Nicholas, he did some tests the other day. To get into college, because we're not sure about him going into the military. He's not sure. You know, the wife doesn't want him going. She's kind of hesitant about it. It's not that she doesn't want him going, she's hesitant. But right now, with everything going on in the COVID, we don't know that it will be able to pull it off. So he has started testing and trying to figure things out for school. And he took some test. I don't know why he did this. He went, and like the day he was leaving, he was going out the door. And I go, "Where are you going?" And you know, we're all sitting around the table, and the wife says, "He's going to go test for college." I go, "What? What test?" He was taking a logistics test, a business English test, and some other, I don't know what it was. I never heard from Patty Bob. Guess he found something to help his situation. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. He's, you know, I think his body is banged up. I don't know what he's doing. I know there are things available there in Pattaya, though. Let's shut this down here. The go-to place for a long time was Cambodia. If you needed meds, they were even more lean. His body used to get temple. Yeah. You make me laugh. All of our bodies are like the temple. Some of the temples fall apart faster than others. This morning, I tell my wife, I go, "Doesn't it bother you to hear the grinder and the saw going off every day, first thing in the morning?" I'm like, "Doesn't that bother you?" I'm like, "It drives me up the fucking wall." And she's like, "Honey, the houses in our neighborhood are like 40, 50 years old. People need to make sure their houses don't fall down." She's like, "What don't you understand? They need to get it done." I'm like, "Yeah, but they could do it in another time besides 8 o'clock in the fucking morning." She just doesn't get it. That's a typical Thai, my temple needs a Japanese toilet too. I don't know how somebody who's like 80 years old is still wiping their own ass. I'd say if you're 80 years old, you definitely need a Japanese toilet. I mean, if you're 58 years old, you need a Japanese toilet. Look at this. This fucking thing doesn't even fit. Anybody who has an asshole that works needs a Japanese toilet. Not a bidet, not a bum gun. They need a Japanese toilet. The thing will sing to you. It'll warm your butt. It'll powder your butt. It'll do all kinds of things. Oh my God. That's pretty disgusting. You couldn't put his big ass on the toilet, he'd break it. Holy shit. That dude must have been taking fucking blue whale shits, man. Oh, God. All right, hang on a second. Let me turn this around. It's a little harder to do here. Camera. How long did it take you to get around him? To drive the car around him? Recycle. Huh. Interesting. Let's see if this thing is still up. The little event center. It looks like it is. You can see it from here. I haven't done this in a little while, huh? It's been a couple of weeks since I walked around the mall. Love. All right, so here you go. Happy Chinese New Year. Yeah, you don't want to be pulling me over, buddy. Can't stand those fucking guys. They want to rub the lotion on the skin. We'll take a little quick walk through here. Good thing you remembered. You know, what I find is most of the time you can get all of this stuff very easily, just about anywhere. It's always the same stuff, you know? Yeah, I know. It's like entering China. Good morning, Charles. Let him come after me. At least I'll die with dignity. But I mean, you know, you can get all this kind of stuff. It's very easy to get here. You go in the mall, in the fresh market, and get this shit. Yo, Moo. Should hi. I don't know how many they give you, but across the street for 100 baht, we get how many? We get well, they're five. How much are they? They're 5 baht each. So we get 20. We get 20 of those dim sums for 100 baht. You can't get much better than that. Avocado. Well, they put an SCB over here. They moved it over here, or is it? They used to have one right behind this. We're gonna go look. It's amazing that they'll do this, but they won't allow the Chinese New Year on the street in the open air. We actually have a Coca-Cola store now. Check this out. Coca-Cola. I always have the shits, you know. Where am I going? Go the wrong way here. They got SCB over here too. Wow. SCB's taking over, man. Pizza, pizza. You know, the visual is nice. Not bad, huh? I mean, for like what is considered a middle class, not considered a high end mall, it's a pretty nice mall. You know, it's a good mall for everyday use, like I use it for pretty much every day. Anyway, here's Coco Ichiban. Let's go inside, have a little meal. All right. Good night, Carlos. Catch you next time. Where's Mr. Monash? Where's Gennaro? Where's everybody now? Oh, shit. I don't want a goddamn Coke. Hot lemon tea, iced lemon tea. Chamanao. Chamanao Yang. Yeah, me too. Me too, spaceman. Um, I'm gonna go with. What am I gonna go with today? I'm surprised that Monash hasn't caught on. It's by Fern, man. By Fern Jr. So you don't feel guilty in any way. That absolves you of any guilt. It's funny. Oh yeah. was the guy's name in that thing? The guy, the bad guy. What was his name? The bad guy in that show. I forget what his name was. I liked the bad guy in that, Dre. If you were watching that, if you watched the whole thing, the guy with the motorcycle, the one who was he was her pimp at the end. I liked him. He was cool. You know? No, it's not. The dude with the motorcycle, yeah, that was pretty cool. Pork cutlet. I'm not even gonna go there, boys. I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, he did. He took her tips. And she was like, hey, that wasn't the deal. And he was like, too bad. She took his tip, too. She did take it. If you remember in that show, he did her a couple of times. He wanted to see how good the product was. That's what he said. I'm going to get this one. Should we just get a pork cutlet curry? He slept over and cuddled, yeah. And she woke up and she was in a bad mood. Um, crazy hot. Huh?อะไรนะcalled Chamanao Yen. All right, so I'm getting the absolute spiciest they have to offer here. I got a pork cutlet curry, and yeah, I'm getting the spiciest they have to offer. Tits for tips. I've had the non-spicy, like the number 1. I've had the number 3. I've had the number 4, and the number 4 was a little bit spicy. This is crazy hot. It's supposed to be super, super spicy. So who knows how spicy it will be. I got my water. I got an iced tea coming. Nothing going on here. You know what I mean. You're running, you're sprinting to the job. You know, my wife made last night, what was it? What the hell was it she cooked? Oh, it was corn, like she had like ears of corn, and then she chopped them up into like 2-inch thick slices of corn. What else was there? Oh, and shrimp in curry over some rice. That's what we had for dinner last night. So we had a curry last night. Now here I am. I'm having another curry. Oh, not you. Don't let us know what happens when you get there, Longhorn. So we're finally getting our roof fixed on Monday. Let me tell you, I'm thrilled. Because this guy, he's working on the lady across the street. We have 3 Quintil shops. There's the duck shop that's on the corner. There's, let's see, hang on a second here. There's the duck shop. There's the chicken lady, and then there is the oops, hang on. And then there is the pork lady. No, he won't. And so the chicken lady, she basically shut her shop down. I don't know if she's going to be shut down forever or what the deal is. I think what she's doing is she's completely redoing her whole townhouse, and I think she's going to sell it. That's what I think. She's going to try to sell it, but she said she's not going to open up her Quintil shop again. Now, the guy doing the remodeling of her house is the guy who's going to work on the roof, and the wife asked me today, make sure he knows he's not just going to change the tiles on the inside part of the roof, but he has to change the outside part of the roof because that's what's leaking. So he knows this. I checked with him. He knows. I'm hoping he's going to do a good job. The landlord's paying for it, which is great. But I'll be busy Monday, making sure he's doing what he's supposed to do and, just double checking everything. And after that, hopefully I can change the arrangement of our bedroom so that maybe I can make it a little more conducive to filming. Although that's not really, to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with the way that it's set up now, but, Sid's all right, man. Sid's pretty cool. He'll be mellow. Most of the time during the day, he's sleeping anyway. See, it doesn't feel like today, like, aside from wearing this, it doesn't really feel like have big COVID. You know? Seems like a regular old day. Thailand don't have COVID. And the girl in Starbucks, Preo, she said she did go home, just like I thought. She went home. She was there for a few days. I asked her if she went to the mountain. She said, no, not gonna go there. And Sid's cool, man. And I said, what about the COVID? Are you worried there? She goes, no, there's no COVID there. So they still are under the impression that there's absolutely no COVID there or in Nakhon Phanom. Monash, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Are you going to buy your hand a present? Rosie Palm? Vegemite on toast. That's what gets the hand in the mood. Couldn't resist. I cannot afford my hand. I don't know what's going on with the internet, but I keep losing my connection. He rotates, so two presents. I love the fact that they stopped the curfew because there haven't been any cases. They haven't found any cases in a week. And then if they find one case in a lot of places, I don't know if this is how it is in Ohio, but in a lot of cases they find one case and then all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck is she doing? It's like, bring it to me, taking it back, bring it to me, taking it back. Chamanalka. Just add your own pepper. Chamanal. You have to use a straw because, Colgate. Have Colgate on the glass. That's no fun. Put too sweet. Put sweetener in. Colgate took nine. Colgate. Today's one of those days, I guess. I just feel comfortable here. Feel very comfortable in Thailand. More comfortable than some days. Some days I'm like shaking my head, going, "What the hell?" Some days I wake up and I look in this, and I'll be honest, it does feel like paradise sometimes. Sometimes I go outside, get on a motorcycle, and I look up and I go, "Wow, what a beautiful day." And you're cruising along and the air is nice. There's not too much uh, pollution. Today it was moderate. It was something like 86 when I looked back before. But today's one of those days, hey. And I tend to think it's because I took a day off yesterday from streaming. Gave myself a little time to say, I don't need to run to Starbucks. I'm not going to start streaming right now. I can just chill. If I want to lay in bed with the old lady, I can. If I want to, hang out with my kids, I can. Imagine when things do open up, people will be going stir crazy. People will be going, they're going to be going crazy, going out. I have a feeling there's going to be some people that come into Thailand. They're going to get so carried away. They're going to go drinking and partying and. And I'd imagine some people may have more money if they're still working and they were still getting some kind of relief check or something, unemployment. If they're not, they may be making more money. Thank you, Charles. They may be making more money or were making more money than what they were earning before. So, they may have more money stashed away when they come over. Man, a place like Pattaya, Nana Plaza, Soy Cowboy. Yeah. All right. There you go. God damn it, I can't get this right. There we go. Where would you go post-COVID if you were 34 years old? Oh, we're gonna get into that again. Would I go to Would I go to Thailand? Would I go to the Philippines? I don't know. Where are you? In the United States? Yeah, but you got an old lady, Dre. That's Curry. Ohio. Oh, that's right. Sorry. I don't know. There's a lot of places to go. South America. I mean, would I come all the way to Thailand? Yeah, maybe I would. Honestly, depends, you know. But if I was to pick, I mean, doesn't the Philippines still has a quarantine, right? And you know, you say come for what? For a week? For a month? For how long? This is hot. All right, this is supposed to be the spiciest that they make. Super spicy. It's a 5. Well, I'm sure she'll pamper you, Longhorns, whoever she may be, the Byfern lookalike. All right, let's see how spicy this is. This is baby. This is baby. You know, I. Let's see here. I think that's a better view than of me. My pick. My pick. Man, on. Not not spicy at all. It's hot, but it's not spicy. Well, I could put some more of these chilies on there, but I don't want to. Longhorns, what you need is the oily ball massage. It's hot, but it's not. It's not spicy. Oh, you're not the food. It is building a little bit, but it's not that spicy. It's definitely not. I can manage it. I think what you need is a real professional. think Patty and Bob could set you up with the. He can set you up with the prostate massage. You know, he'll hook you up with some chick that will make sure that your prostate is in good measure. Wow, Eric, thank you very much. Choke D. Choke D to you. I'll tell you what, I gotta say this. Getting back on the subject of Thailand and the Philippines. Oops. Um, Choke D, and thank you very much, Eric. But what I was gonna say. What I was going to say is that you can't go wrong with either place. You go to the Philippines, you know, you'll have a good time. And the thing is that the girls do speak English. And, you know, the one good thing is that, at least in my experiences, I can't ever remember getting any Filipino girl who was like wearing a towel and shy about, like, you know, uh, getting naked. I don't remember any of that. So there is a positive to going there. I mean, this is not spicy at all. Hey, Longhorns, you're getting older. You're gonna start waking up in the middle of the night more, having to take a piss, and that's a sign of age and the prostate getting a little older. One way to stop that is going and getting it taken care of by a consummate professional. It's good. This is good, but it's definitely not all that spicy. I don't know, Stephen. Do you? As I understand it, it's not done necessarily for sexual reasons. It can be. All right, Charles, you take it easy, man. Hottie academic glasses. Oh my god. He's probably got his own hottie. Maybe he reached hottie overload. Spaceman, keep it a little classy, huh? Come on, man. We don't need to start talking about bodily fluids. At least not while I'm eating. Whew. If I were to say of the three, Monash, I would say that the one with the guy. But that's just thinking like you. I know how. I have a good idea how Longhorns thinks, and yeah, he wouldn't be interested in any of them. Unless maybe you saw him in his underwear. I just ate the hottest curry that they have. The absolute hottest curry they have, and nothing. Why can't you see them? Are you watching Gunsmoke and listening to me? Tasty. Got a little curry on the monitor. Very good. I think they're all yours. The serpent. I don't know. I don't believe I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, I want to see the frontal and the back. I haven't seen it. I'll check it out, though. I'm always looking for quality movies that are set in Thailand. And I'll give you, don't touch the streams. I don't know what that means. Don't touch the streams. Based on real events, huh? Um, the one, the one with the guy. She's cute. He's cute. The two other ones, they're old, man. Really, they're older. Give them to Monash. They're your style, buddy. They look like sisters. Anyway, um, I'm gonna leave here. And you know what? I know I shouldn't have one. No, I don't think I'm going to. Maybe I'll walk across the street and go sit over it. Actually, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go across the street and sit there because I got things to do here in the mall. Why did I not? Why didn't I know this? You guys are bad. Oh, full man. Ooh, I was gonna get an appetizer, like a little. They got like little cheese sticks, and I thought, they're fattening. And then I thought, I don't know if I need that much because I'm gonna be full from the pork. And sure enough, this pork was it was filling. This dish was filling. 175 baht. I don't know how much I don't know how much this is, but curry gonna get you eventually come out looking like saying, nah, nah. I've been pretty regular lately. The last day or two, very regular, no problems. I'm through it all. I got through it. But yeah, I shouldn't dilly dally because don't want people getting bored with me sitting here. I'll walk around a little bit. I got to get a couple groceries and a few other things. I don't know what Enos is. I don't take anything to stay regular. I take good food. We're not going to talk about bowel functions or bodily functions or bodily fluids. Look at this. This is too small for my big face. This guy, and this girl are sitting there, and they're both looking at their phone. They haven't said one word really to each other. Oh yeah, I remember Aunt Enos. Fuck Fauci. Fauci can kiss my ass. Whew. All right. Let's see if I got my wallet. Let's get out of here. Let me go.
give it to you, man. Yep, Lloyd. Kapamaka. Oops. All right, let's get out of here. Are the masks mandatory right now or not? There we go, right there. That's what I need right there. Chill out in the chair. Got the Amazon. Curry make me full too much. Here's what we do. It is kind of nice being non-essential. I'm essential to my kids, and to a lesser extent, my wife. Do a little people watching here instead of across the street. 2:58 already. Man, we were at like 2:45 inside there, and I thought, oh, 15 minutes, we got a long time. Now it just flew by. This is the Starbucks. This is the Starbucks on the second floor. Actually, it's the first floor. The bottom floor is known as the G floor. But to some people, it's the second floor. Everybody's heard of Tay Win, right? Just like the imitation leather shoes, you know, the vinyl leather looking shoes. I'm not giving anything away, Longhorns. Cannot. I may stream tomorrow. I don't know, and maybe I'll go somewhere if I wake up feeling like I want to get out of there. But I may not. But I know I'm not going to stream on Monday. But we will be streaming on Tuesday from a soon to be disclosed destination. This is actually a good little spot. There's always something. There's always something. What was it that Rosanna Dana used to say? Guy with a GoPro. I don't know. I don't got a GoPro. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't use a GoPro. I don't even know which GoPro you can stream from now. I still haven't gone to get that GoPro 4 fixed. I need to go get it fixed, and I need to get like the newest GoPro as soon as I can. There's all kinds of little equipment that I need, and I will get it. I always do, but it always takes me a bit of time. And I'm not sure I'm all that fond of GoPros anymore. You know, my pal there, Steve, from Steve's Kitchen, he uses the little Sony action cam. And he doesn't use a gimbal. He doesn't use anything. And his shots always look very steady. Whereas with the phone and with the GoPro, they just don't look as steady. Maybe the newer GoPros do. I don't know, but I think we're better off looking at me than anybody else right now. That was a good meal. Good peasant food. Which is what my wife made yesterday. She made some peasant food for dinner. I don't know what we're going to have for tonight. Anyway, I'll be streaming again in the near future. Maybe tomorrow, but for sure on Tuesday. And I think I have a good idea where we're going to go on no murmurings at all. I'm fine. That was not spicy at all. I'm disappointed. That's their 5-star. Oh, you bastard. Bulgogi. I like that. Same music all the time. It's the music from across the street. If you hear it, the Chinese music. Exactly, Emily Latella. I personally like Rosanna Dana. This is Rosanna Dana. It's my grandmama, Rosanna Fofana Dodana Banana. Where the hell did she come up with that, man? That's freaking hilarious. To this day, I laugh at. I see some of those clips, and she was funny back then. She was really funny, that lady. So was Gene Wilder. Why don't you just have a shit sandwich, Steven? And condensed milk, yeah. A bagel with condensed milk. When this view right here is better than the view over there, what's that tell you? You hit a dry spell. Now have nothing. No have. No have old lady for Mr. Monash. Regina Might is Dequa. Do I have to put? Do I have to put? Here you go. Here you go. Wait a minute. Oh, I gotta get this. Oh God. It's not gonna be in time. Shit. Sorry. Oh, there you go. Over in the yellow, Monash. That's for you. And that's what's known as a tweener. That is what's known as a tweener. I thought you might like that. Well, because all the hotties need what you need. Good loving. Notice I didn't say Monash loving. I said good loving. Anyway, listen. When we get to this part of the stream where basically you guys are just ogling women and you've been ogling them for quite some time, I think it's probably time to call it a day. Don't you think? We got the same old horny bastards in here. Monash, Longhorns. Gennaro would usually be here. Spaceman, IG Thailand. Same old bunch of horny bastards. Jared, can't forget him because he's just about as horny as fucking Monash. I had a hottie curry. It wasn't all that hot. Seriously, I thought it was supposed to be a 5. That's the hottest that they have. Honestly, it was like eating one of those jelly beans that were spicy. It was nothing. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the numbers are dropping. The show is starting to get boring, not only to you but to me as well. And that means I went on too long again. I could have stopped like as soon as I was done with the first bite of the meal. Curry, Anna, I had a squash banana. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to turn the camera around. Sorry, not now. This is a family mall. You want the hottie mall, then I got to go somewhere like Siam Paragon, M Courtier, Fashion Plaza, something like that. A little ditty about Jack and Diane. Growing up in the heartland. Oh yeah, what is it? I used to love that whole album he put out. That first album he put out. What was it? First hit album. Oh yeah, life goes on. I don't remember. It was good though. Anyway, the quality of everything has gone downhill. The quality of the view, the quality of my comments, the quality of your comments. Um, well, that's understandable. I don't hold that against them. You know, that was the big business. They made him put the cougar on there because they didn't like Mellencamp. And then he finally got famous enough where he gave him the fuck you know. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. Um, kind of fun stream. I say kinda. I'm full now. Between the coffee and the curry, yeah, I'm full. But I have no ill effects from that meal. So, if you have not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. If you have subscribed, great. Please remember to leave a thumbs up. Yes, remember to leave a thumbs up. No, that's not going to happen. Must be an Australian thing. Um, anyway, I hope you enjoyed everything that I got to show you today and we talked about today. Yeah, that's all I have. So, don't forget, Tuesday's a very special stream. We have a special guest. And what else? So that's all I have. I've run out of things to say. I guess until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in the Mall Bankapi on the first floor at Starbucks on the first floor. Till next time, choke D, jerkhead my, lakon, lakon crap, chuchuang D, and all that. Better be special. I think you'll think it's special. Yeah, jerkhead my, and as Bum Gun Chuck, also known as Fat Nick Nolte, or Chubby Nick Nolte. Sorry, don't want to fat shame. I got no place for that. Uh, it's like the pot calling the kettle black. Chubby Nick Nolte. Rock, what was it? Rock na juke juke. Which I hate that, but anyway, that's all I got. Let me see if I can give you a little parting shot. I don't know. I don't see nothing down yonder. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Okay? Chowski.